Hi everyone, hope you're all well, back in the studio after having a bit of a break over the Christmas period and everything. And I'm ready to get going. We're going to be having more people coming on as well, so I can girl talk with other people, and I love having that back and forth. Delving into topics with someone else, getting their opinion on things as well. But I'm going to keep it a bit of a mix, so sometimes it's going to be me having a bit of a chit chat, having a catch up with you guys. And sometimes guests. Also, is there anyone that you'd really like to see on? Let me know, leave it down below, because I've got definitely got some people in mind, but it's nice to know as well who you guys would like to see have on. Oh my God, there's just been so much going on over this period since last year. A late Happy New Year as well, because I was a bit MIA because I've been moving house. Literally was prepping moving house over Christmas, going through a few other things as well. I don't know if I'll go into it. I don't know if I'll delve into it in this podcast, but sort of emotional things. So it was just a lot at once. But yeah, I was prepping for the move over Christmas. Also, it was Indy's birthday just before Christmas as well. And, but yeah, the Christmas time was good. New Year's was good. For New Year's, it was actually the calmest New Year's I've had for a long, long time. This year I was invited to have a dinner and drinks with one of my friends and other friends. And it was in central London. So it was to have dinner, then see the fireworks as well. But the vibe in there was so chill. It was kind of like this, what do you call it? Like a gastro pub? But kind of like a fancy pub. The vibe in there, people were very chill. To the point where I was like, is this a sober pub? Not that you have to drink all the time to have a good time. Definitely not. And I've been doing dry January as well. So I'm in the camp at the moment of not drinking. But yeah, people were just not us. I mean, our table was fun. But yeah, anyway, it was just a very calm vibe. Nice, really nice food. What was it called? I think it was called the Horse and Guardsman. And then, so after the dinner, just before the fireworks, we went outside. Do you know what? Is this a bit off topic now? Because we're way past New Year's. But since then, have been moving, which has been such a long process. It probably took 2 weeks all in all. I always forget how long a process it is. Just all the bits and bobs you have to do. And in between working as well. And then, I moved as a single parent as well. So do you know what I mean? It's, it's a lot. Indy really likes the place as well, loves it. And so we've just been organising everything, organising my room, her room. So now I'm feeling more settled, obviously back recording, back into routine. And I'm such a big, I love the whole New Year, not New Year, new me part, but the focus, I feel it's nice to get focused, set on your goals as well, and steps that you want to take to achieve them. And it's a nice refresher. Even though on the other hand, I'm also very aware that January isn't really our natural time. It isn't the natural time for us to start new beginnings and to really get going with things. I think to do with our circadian rhythms, spring is the time for that, really. So it's on one hand, I feel my mind is wanting to do the get focused, goals, but my body, on the other hand, is sleepy time. Just chill. But it's a nice time gym-wise to really get focused. And yeah, I'm just word vomiting at you with a bit of a catch up. I put a post out seeing, what you guys would like. I do that every now and then. What you guys wanting to see from me, any particular things that you want to hear about. So I've got a few of them here to sort of go into a little bit. There was one that really hit me actually. And I think because I understand why someone has said this. Would love a life update. I feel like I don't know you anymore, with a crying face. And you know what? I feel even though I'm always posting, more recently I feel like I haven't been posting as intimately and, really showing you nooks and crannies of my life and maybe like how I'm feeling like more deeply and things. So I really understand that, you know, like maybe some of you don't, or maybe a lot, I hope not, but feel like you don't know me anymore sort of thing. And also like my, you know, my content on YouTube as well has obviously shifted from like a lot of very personal day-to-day life vlogs to more so in this format. When I started doing these sorts of videos, I had lots of you said that you really like this format, which I'm really happy that you like it. And so do I. I love filming in here, having it be more of a podcast style. And I feel really comfortable in this format as well. I've sort of drifted away a bit, and it's not really like really intentionally. I think I got a bit of a fatigue of oversharing though. And I think that was paired with me maturing as well. So like being in my 30s now, and I think it's natural as well to ebb and flow and change. I mean, as a person, but also in like how much you're wanting to share. And probably it's also because I'm a mum as well, you know. So I feel like as a mum, I also am always conscious of like I don't want to share too much about her because that's her life. It's been weird trying to find the right balance between those things, but also still sharing content. And so, bloody hell, I'm making this so long, sorry. But it's kind of nice to have like, I feel like I'm like sitting you down if you're my boyfriend or girlfriend or something, and I'm like, we need to have a deep talk. But like we do have a, what do they call it? I think a parasocial relationship. Like it is a relationship as well. So this year I do want to bring myself forward again more. And like maybe that will look a bit different to how I used to vlog or like how much I used to share, but I still do want to like share and show myself here and on my other platforms as well. And, you know, let you guys in a bit more. In the last few months, I've also really like strengthened my relationship with God or with the universe or like whatever you want to call it, which has had a really grounding effect as well. And it's a really, really nice feeling. So I also had a bit of like a Reiki session as well with this amazing woman. And she also went into family constellations, which is looking at like yourself, I mean, there's lots of things like self-sabotage, maybe traumas, like behavior and things, and sort of linking it, seeing where it could trace back in your family, whether that's immediate family or a few generations ago or, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Oh my God, it just did a lot for me. And that's something that I'm really wanting to actually look into, like studying myself. Well, there was another question as well that asked, like, what are my goals at the moment? What am I wanting to achieve and things? And so obviously, as well as me being online, social media and everything, and that is still my main job. Like that is my job and has been for how many years now? 14, 15 years? Because I get questions as well now and then. That's like, is this your main job? Do you do anything on the side? And my goal for this year is to actually, I'd really like to study again, go back into studying, whether that's doing a degree or doing courses. So yeah, that's where my head is at the moment. Other things that I really want to do this year and that I find enjoyment in films comes to mind. I want to do some sort of film club. And I'm just trying to figure out right now whether I should do that here and sort of make them as different types of videos, like a series of videos talking about film, or maybe I could do it on one of my other platforms, or open a whole new page that is just focused on films, chatting through them, analysing them, just like, but I really love the input from you guys as well. So like sort of chatting with you as well somehow about films, you know, it's not just me, my opinion all the time. So yeah, I love film. I love going to like, I've been invited to a few film premieres and things over the last year or so, which I love. Like I so enjoy doing things like that. Yeah, also I really like trying to tap into my creative side, you know, and keeping that active, like in my mind, if that makes sense, because I think it's really important. Like, I feel like as humans, we're mostly supposed to be creating. So yeah, that's why I try to sort of keep that going. So painting more, like that's something I really enjoyed doing. And, oh, music. So like, I don't know if some of you saw, but I had been teaching myself how to DJ, how to mix, transition, and things, and that had been on pause for a while. But I've got my controller back out. Like I have been, like reminding myself how to do that again. And I love mixing music. It get the juices flowing. Ew. And apart from those things, you know, spending time with Indy, bonding with her. And I've also been thinking a lot about kind of like since the end of last year, like working on the relationships I have with people in my life as well, like whether that's family, friends. Well, yeah, they're the only two things really. Well, I guess there's like romantic relationships as well. But I do feel like, and I feel like I've been quite in denial of this for a long time, but I think I definitely do. I will get into a relationship. I really throw myself into them, you know, with like energy, love, like passion, everything. But I really think I need to learn how to balance like the energy I put into romantic relationships also with like family and friends as well. But I think it's one of those things, you know, like once you're in a relationship, sometimes you're so in it and you just have these blinders on. And it's not to say that that person isn't really important, because they are, of course they are. But yeah, you need to make sure you're also like looking after the other relationships in your life. So yeah, that's what I've been also thinking about. And I think so Christmas was especially a time where I was trying to make sure that I'm really, you know, putting the time into those other areas as well, and sort of showing up more. What else? What other things can I bring myself closer about hair journey? I get quite a few questions about my hair journey. So I want to, last year, I was saying, I don't know if it was at the beginning of the year, probably, you know, I was saying like, I need to go into a hairdresser and, you know, get more treatments done professionally, and, you know, like for someone else to really help me look after my hair. And I really didn't do that last year. Like I just kept it me doing my hair, like me doing my hair at home. This year, I really do want to just work on my natural hair, because I think I've always known that like how am I ever going to be a fully confident and fully actualized version of myself without addressing all parts of myself? It feels weird to like be working on my self-confidence and other people and things, but our hair is especially being mixed race, our natural hair is important. And basically I should be taking more care of it and working on that aspect of myself more, which I want to do this year. Can you guys please hold me to it? So yeah, I think I've rambled enough just on that one question. Hi, I'm a long-time follower. What are your current passions and priorities? And just before I answer, do you know what? Sometimes I get conscious that of answering so many questions about like me, even though I know like this is my channel. That's the whole thing about social media, is like you talking about yourself. But because I've done it for so long, sometimes I feel like it could come across quite self-indulgent, me telling you about myself and like, this is what I've got planned. But you know, then I have to remember that it's kind of like an update. It's just giving you guys an update. So that's why a lot of the time I'll go on to other topics, you know, like self-image, dating and things, because I don't want it to all be about me all the time. But while we're on the topic, current passions and priorities, yeah, I think I've been through this already, really. I haven't been drinking this month and it's felt really nice. And so I was talking about this with my friend Tatty. Like, hopefully you guys saw that episode. If you didn't, go check it out. And we touched on the topic of alcohol, you know, drinking, not drinking. And she was saying how she's doing dry January. And I was saying, do you know what? I think I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to try. And I have been doing it. And and it feels really good. Beforehand, I would drink like, socially. So like on the weekends or at a lot of brand events, wine, cocktails, things. So like maybe here and there in the week a little bit, but usually like on the weekend. So, I kind of was like, oh, is it going to make that much of a difference? Where are we? So we're like just gone mid-month, and I've just been fit. I've been thinking, it's funny because I thought I might be craving it more, like especially on the weekend when I'm used to having a drink or like, to chill or enjoy a drink with someone while we chat or something. And I just haven't that much. Or that has been a part of me that's like, it would be nice to have like some wine right now or like, but yeah, I'm just not craving it, which is nice. Like, and then it just makes you feel like, oh, I really don't need it that much. Like, I don't know why it was such a habit. That's the thing. It just becomes a habit, doesn't it? So, yeah, I feel kind of lighter from it, and I feel a bit more focused as well. And but the biggest difference that I've noticed, and I actually sort of noticed this by accident, is my body. So I knew beforehand that like we tend to store a lot of our bodies store the alcohol or like the sugar from the alcohol, or obviously has a bad effect on our bodies and the way we hold our weight. But I hadn't really thought of it that deeply, to be honest. And but recently I've been really noticing, like especially in my mid area, like around my stomach and my back, it's just like fallen off. Like I can feel my abs. I could feel my abs before, but there was definitely more of a bloating there, or maybe like more of a fat layer or something. I'm more like, ooh. And it's nice because I feel like I can see the results from how hard I'm working at the gym a lot easier than before. I'd always have this bloating, always like around my middle. That's something that I've been really enjoying recently, not drinking. Are you guys doing it as well? Let me know. Have you been doing dry Jan? How's it going? How's it been making you feel? Have you been craving alcohol? Has it made you realize that you don't really need it? Like that it was more of a habit? I'd love to hear what you think, because I haven't spoken to that many people about it. I've just been sort of getting on with it, really. Like it hasn't felt like a big thing. It's just nice to stop a habit that I was aware that was making me feel a bit rubbish. Oh, someone said, missing your book/film reviews. I haven't read for so long. I love that some people think I read. No, but I used to be such a bookworm. Like as a child, I was the biggest bookworm, and I feel like my book love just switched into film love. I did though I recently rebought the book. Oh my God, I've forgotten the name, but it's about how trauma gets stored in the body. I will remember it after. That's going to be so annoying. Your body keeps the score. Yeah. So I bought that book ages ago, and then I thought I lost it. I hadn't. I just had stored it somewhere. And so yeah, I repurchased that after I had my sort of Reiki family constellation session, because it reminded me that of that book and that I need to read it. And I'm just really interested in like our minds, our bodies, trauma, healing. Really interested in, is it called somatic healing? Like when you're using like more physical methods to release tension and release trauma from the body. I'm so interested in all of that right now. And I also want to watch the film that's called Sing Sing, which is set in a prison. And I think it's about, they set a drama sort of workshop up in the prison. I also saw a documentary once called, I think it's called The Work, which always stuck with me because they were releasing all of their anger. I think it was all men actually, but like, yeah, it was really interesting. Like they were releasing all of their anger and their trauma and everything, and that always stuck with me. But anyway, I'm like going off on a tangent. But yeah, film-wise, I've seen some really good films recently. I watched Oddity. I think it was on Amazon Prime. And that is kind of like a classic style horror film set in Ireland, I think. Oh my God, love the setting, love like the performances. I love that it's not really a jump scare sort of film. It's more like they build really good tension, creepy atmosphere. It's very atmospheric, and it was really good. Definitely recommend it. And it's one that when I saw it, I was like, it looks okay, but I really enjoyed it. And but my biggest film obsession at the moment is Nosferatu. Oh my God, guys. I have so much to say. I feel like I can't say it all in this video because I'm going to run out of time. Where do I start? I was really excited for it because I really enjoyed Robert Eggers' other films. My favorite of his is The Witch, like that I've seen. Even though I rewatched that or tried to rewatch it just recently, and it is so scary. Like, what the hell? It is. But it's so well done. And anyway, The Witch, The Lighthouse, Northman. I think, is that all of them? I'm not sure, but anyway, Nosferatu, amazing in the cinema. Definitely go and see it on the big screen if you can. The film has so many different undertones and messages to it, which I love. Like any film that's like that, that really gets you thinking about it afterwards, what certain things mean, like the symbolism of things. And I thought it was a really good sort of depiction. I think as a lot of Dracula films are, like, and Dracula is supposed to usually represent a woman's suppressed desires, sort of sexual desires and wants. That was really interesting to like watch play out. I thought it was a really, really gorgeous love story as well, like more so between her and Thomas, the husband. Like there's a bit where she's like, "Don't touch me, I'm impure," and he's like, "Never." I think is what he says, and it's like he just loves her through thick and thin. It doesn't matter if like she thinks she's broken or whatever, and that's like, oh. And the very last shot of the film as well, like beautiful. Okay, also Bill Skarsgård. I have such a crush. I'm sorry. Count Orlok. Hear me out. He might not tick all the boxes, but he has the passion and he'll find a way to cross an ocean for you. Do you know what I mean? Do better. But I think it's just because I knew it's Bill Skarsgård. Like, yeah. Getting hot. But yeah, I could talk more about it, but maybe I'll save it for wherever I do my sort of film club thing. This was a very rambly one. I hope you guys don't mind. I missed you. And yeah, I just felt like we were due a big catch up. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good January and a good new year so far. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.